Fox 17 is learning the cause of a massive fire in Grand Rapids. Fire investigators now say that a furnace is to blame for displacing more than 30 people 2 weeks before Christmas. Fox 17's Matt Witkos has been on top of the story from the beginning. Matt, what else have you learned tonight?
Well, Jazz, the fire department says strong winds gave a lot of fuel to this fire. Ultimately, everyone walked out alive thanks to safety measures and some great neighbors living there. A calm January day.
As of right now, we've got more fires that are starting to kick up. These high winds aren't helping. I'm going to need companies out here to relieve.
A big change compared to this windy one back on December 11th.
The walkway between the apartments, it's a natural wind tunnel. So it always on a windy day, you know it when you step outside.
Clarence Van Camp lived here on the second floor inside Ridgewood Apartments off Woodburn Southeast.
Stuck my head out the sliding door in my bedroom there, and then I looked up at the up above to my left, and that's when I looked up and I saw the furnace of that unit was on fire.
Grand Rapids and several other fire departments were called in to help stop those flames from spreading, which was a challenge with the weather.
And due to the windy conditions that we had that day, it moved rather rapidly beyond that space, beyond the mechanical closet, into void spaces, into the attic.
Lieutenant Bill Smith says that the furnace fire led to a significant amount of damage. You can still see a massive hole a month later.
The city of Grand Rapids does require rental properties to be certified for rental purposes. So there is a qualifying component for renting in the city of Grand Rapids, and that includes an inspection process.
The apartments affected are boarded off and are still unlivable.
Had it not been for some alert residents detecting the fire on their own and pounding on doors and alerting their friends and neighbors, I think we would have had a different outcome.
Van Camp is currently with family. He says the renter's insurance on his apartment has made this transition smoother.
It does allow for some peace of mind because, I don't have to worry about, the things that are salvageable out of my apartment. I know that they're gonna be cleaned up, taken care of. They're gonna be, it'll be ready for when I'm ready to move into my next place.
Mm-hmm. On average, the annual cost for renter's insurance comes to just over $200, which is around $17 a month, according to NerdWallet. A small cost to pay for a big peace of mind should disaster strike.
Your losses won't be covered just by virtue of renting a space from a landlord. You need to protect yourself with renter's insurance.
Lieutenant Smith also encourages people to check that their smoke detectors are working, and if you don't have any where you're renting, to have a conversation with your landlord about getting some. Now, we are looking into this apartment complex was up to the city's housing code, but there are many ways for you to see if your property you're renting meets city standards. You can call the city's assistance line at 311 or send an email to inspections.grcity.us. You can also call or go to the city's code compliance website to see if rental property is registered. I'll have all that information attached to this article on fox17online.com. Now, this fire, where 3 firefighters were hurt during this, trying to put this out, but 2 are back on duty and 1 is still recovering at home. In studio, I'm Matt Witkos, Fox 17 News.